Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode here on Dangerous African Confessions HD. In this episode, we bring to you a very chilling message from our brother. One that defined the very essence of this channel. I will say that, I was very glad when I got to meet him and have a very profound conversation with him. This is a man who was given a second chance to life after he experienced death. And what his encounter with what he believed to be Jesus and the message he gave to him for us humanity. He said, "This was a gift that was given to me. A second chance to live a life filled with purpose and meaning. I believe I was given this opportunity to remind others that while death is an inevitable part of life, it is not something to fear." I do not want to give away any details of what we are going to listen to, so without much taking of your time, let us go and listen to this message by our brother. But then, don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time, like and share this video so others can listen to it as well. And also hit the notification bell, so you will be notified anytime we upload videos of this nature. Brother, before sharing this part of my life with you, I would like to let you understand the reason why I have started sharing my experience with people is that, in sharing my experience, I found healing not just for myself but for those around me. You see, when I began to share these experiences, people began to open up about their own losses and fears regarding death. It became clear that while loss is painful, it can also be a catalyst for growth and understanding. This was a gift that was given to me. A second chance to live a life filled with purpose and meaning. I believe I was given this opportunity to remind others that while death is an inevitable part of life, it is not something to fear. Let us get into my story from when I was about 12 getting to 13. It was just about a week or so to my 13th birthday, when the world as I knew it shattered in an instant. I remember this was a Friday afternoon when it all happened. It was a rainy afternoon, the kind of day when the roads glistened like silver and the air was thick with the scent of wet earth. My father had just finished work and was picking me up from school. My father naturally is someone I love to be in his company. Reason is that, my father will tell you jokes and stories whilst we will be in the car till we get home. Each and every day, that is what he does whenever he comes to pick me from school. This very day, we were laughing, sharing stories about my day, completely unaware that our lives were about to change forever. I have this picture right now in my eyes as though it is happening right in front of me. I tell you, as we drove through the bustling streets, the rain began to pour heavily. I remember my father's laughter, his warm smile, and the way he always seemed to know what to say to make me feel safe. But then, in a flash, everything went dark. This very moment will change everything about the world that I knew as a teen boy. A reckless driver barreled through a red light, colliding with our car at full speed. I can still feel the sound of metal crunching and glass shattering still haunts me. I remember feeling weightless, as if time had stopped. At this very age, I didn't know anything about death experience like I do now. Obviously growing up and having to come into contact with people who have in one way or the other experienced same thing in different areas of life. You see, the next thing I knew, I was floating above my body. I could see the wreckage below. The twisted metal, the shattered glass, I saw whilst floating above my own body that, my father was trapped inside. Panic surged through me as I realized that he wasn't moving. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. Instead, I was enveloped in a profound silence, one that felt both comforting and terrifying. In that moment, I experienced what many call a near-death experience. It was as if I had been transported to another realm. A place filled with light and warmth. I felt a sense of peace wash over me, and for the first time in my life, I understood that there was something beyond this physical existence. Even at that early age of my life. One thing that I can say is that, in this realm that I was at this point, there was nothing like you being a child and so, you don't know anything like it is in our physical world. During this period in this realm that I was, I encountered figures made of light, beings that radiated love and compassion. The most profound and loving thing about this world is that, they communicated with me not through words but through feelings and emotions that conveyed understanding and acceptance. As I am telling you this, I am reliving this experience right now. The truth that I can say is that, no one will experience this, return and remain the same ever again. Because your focus and everything will shift to this understanding that you should live according to what you experience there so that you can actually get that place to be. Within this period, I saw flashes of my life. Brother, everything that I had done or felt here, I saw them. The moments of joy, sorrow, love, and regret. During this period is when I understood what they say whatever you do here on earth will be played back to you as a movie. What happens is that no one is going to play or show you anything. But what happens is that the moment you enter into this particular realm, outside of this our physical realm, you start experiencing the life that you have lived on earth. To tell you more about that, I relived memories with my father, moments that had shaped me into who I was at that teenage. And then, amidst all this beauty, I was shown a glimpse of the impact my life could have on others if I chose to return. It was a choice, a crossroads, between staying in this serene place or going back to the world filled with pain and loss. In that ethereal realm, I felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. I understood that my father's death was not just a tragedy. It was a part of a bigger and larger tapestry of life, a lesson in resilience and love. One thing after I returned, I have with me is that I have come to understand that nothing in this life, I tell you, absolutely nothing in this life happens just like that. Everything that happens to you is all connected to making your life story complete in the wisdom of the Creator. But as you are here in the material world, you will see that to either be pain or happiness. Nothing happens that is not part of your design. As I floated in that surreal state between life and death, I was taken on a journey through realms that defied earthly comprehension. The first place I was drawn to was a vast expanse of radiant light, a realm that felt both familiar and foreign. Brother, I wish everyone living here in this earthly plane can have such experience in their lifetime. I tell you, life and this world would have been a better place for all of us. The expanse of radiant light was not blinding but rather enveloping, warm and inviting, like a gentle embrace from a long-lost friend. It pulsed with a rhythm that resonated deep within my soul, filling me with an indescribable sense of peace. In this realm, I encountered landscapes that seemed to shift and change with my thoughts. One moment, I was surrounded by lush green fields dotted with vibrant flowers, their colors more vivid than anything I had ever seen on earth. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming blossoms, and the gentle rustle of leaves created a melody that echoed through the space. In this place, I felt a profound connection to nature, as if every blade of grass and petal was alive with energy and purpose. As I wandered through this beautiful landscape, I was drawn to a magnificent structure that resembled a grand temple made of light. It radiated warmth and love, inviting me closer. As I approached, I felt an overwhelming sense of belonging, as if I had returned home after a long journey. Inside the temple, I encountered beings of light, radiant figures that exuded compassion and wisdom. They communicated with me not through words but through feelings and visions, imparting knowledge that transcended language. This experience was one of the most profound and loving experiences. The thing is that, anything that will come into my mind, I will be shown or they will also communicate it to me through motions like telepathy. The most important of all is that, among these beings, one stood out. A figure that emanated a profound sense of love and understanding. He appeared as a luminous presence, his form shifting like the light itself. In my heart, I recognized him as Jesus, though he did not present himself in any traditional sense. Instead, he embodied the essence of love, compassion, and forgiveness. The first thing that he told me was that, he is not a person as people are making him to be on earth. But he lives amongst us as love, compassion, and forgiveness. He conveyed a message that, whoever does not have these things, and pray 1,000,000 times and do all that is being said to do, still does not know him. Because he is love and if you have love is only when you have him. In our encounter, Jesus conveyed a message that resonated deeply within me. He shared insights about the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of love in our lives. He emphasized that every action we take reverberates through the fabric of existence, impacting not only our lives but also the lives of others in ways we may never fully comprehend. Love is the greatest force in the universe, he said without words, but rather through a profound feeling that enveloped me. It is what binds us together, transcending time and space. When you love, you are tapping into the divine essence of creation. He urged me to share this message with humanity, that love is not merely an emotion but a powerful energy that can heal wounds, bridge divides, and transform lives, and overall transform this realm into something beautiful. He encouraged me to remind others that forgiveness is essential, not just for others but for oneself. Holding on to anger or resentment creates barriers that separate us from experiencing true joy and connection with the divine. Jesus also spoke to me about the importance of living authentically and embracing one's purpose. This time, we had moved from what seemed to be like the temple, and we were walking on the beautiful lush grass. He said that each soul has a unique role to play in the tapestry of life, he imparted. Do not be afraid to shine your light, it is needed in the world that you will be returning to. He said that your experiences, both joyful and painful, is the only thing that shape you into who you are meant to be. I was also shown glimpses of humanity's struggles, wars, suffering, and division fueled by fear and misunderstanding. In those moments, I felt an overwhelming sadness for the pain we inflict upon one another. Yet amidst this darkness, I also witnessed acts of kindness, people coming together in love and compassion to support one another during difficult times. It became clear that while challenges exist, so too does the incredible potential for love to flourish. As our encounter drew to a close, Jesus reminded me that death is not an end but a transition. He said it is a continuation of our journey in different forms. Do not fear death, he said softly, for it is merely a doorway to greater understanding and connection. With these messages etched into my soul, I was gently guided back to my body. The beings of light urged me to return, to share my experience and help others understand the beauty of life beyond death. When I awoke in the hospital days later, the first thing I saw was my mother's tear-streaked face. She held my hand tightly, her grip a reminder that I was still here, still alive. But the joy of being alive was overshadowed by the grief of losing my father. His absence created a void that seemed insurmountable. As time passed, I realized that my near-death experience had given me insights into life after death. Insights that many people fear or misunderstand. The experience left me profoundly changed. I returned with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity about my mission on earth. But I was too young at that time to be able to communicate everything to my mother and people around me. As I grew older, I started having dreams and visions where I was being taken to places like I was sharing messages of what I had gone to see in that realm. I then decided to start sharing these messages after these periods. In sharing this experience with others, I have sought to convey the essence of what I learned, that love is paramount in our lives. It is essential to cultivate compassion for ourselves and others, to embrace forgiveness as a path to healing, and to recognize our interconnectedness in this vast universe. Through my journey and the messages imparted by the being of light who embodied Jesus' essence, I hope to inspire others to live authentically and courageously. Together, we can create a world where love reigns supreme. A world where we uplift one another and strive for understanding amidst our differences. Ultimately, my near-death experience became a catalyst for transformation. Not just for myself but for those who resonate with the message of love and unity that transcends all boundaries. As I continue to share my story, I feel the presence of that radiant being guiding me, reminding me that we are all part of something much greater than ourselves, a divine tapestry woven together by love. These experiences often lead individuals to reevaluate their lives, fostering a deeper appreciation for love and connection. My mission became clear: to spread awareness about the importance of love and forgiveness, to encourage people to live fully and authentically, and to remind them that life is precious. Through this journey, I discovered that my Father's Spirit lived on within me, through every lesson He taught me, every memory we shared. His legacy became intertwined with my own purpose. I realized that we are all connected, bound by love that transcends even death. My near-death experience was not merely an escape from reality, it was a gift. A second chance to live a life filled with purpose and meaning. I believe I was given this opportunity to remind others that while death is an inevitable part of life, it is not something to fear. Instead, it is a reminder to cherish every moment we have with our loved ones and to embrace the love that connects us all. Don't forget to please subscribe, share and like our videos. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be the first to get notification to our videos when we upload. Indeed, I will start by saying that life and the very essence of this precious gift is not about how well or how much money you were able to acquire. But the very essence or purpose of this beautiful gift of life is to love and to grow in the nature of the Creator, which is love. This conversation that I had with our brother opens up a whole new gate or idea as to how man as the image of God should live and take his place in this universe. There is a reason why every energy comes through to this realm. All the names of these ascended masters will tell you that there is something special about this very plane called Earth. And as the dominion of this plane, the very thing that we have to rule and make this plane a better version of what our Maker has is to love each individual, because we are all a part and parcel of the Creator. His very essence is in us all. I like this story of our brother, because it tells you the exact things that Jesus taught his people during his time here on earth. Which people have corrupted them and are milking the masses. Please let us wake up and know that you don't need anything but to show kindness, compassion and love towards one another as we all experience this realm until our time here is due. Please let us hear your thoughts in the comment section. Yes, just as we are here to share with ourselves what is going on out there, we do bring these conversations with you, our family members, to help our innocent brothers and sisters to realize what is happening out there, that they do not have any idea about. I just hope that we honestly take the important lessons from these stories to better our lives and decisions. Stay blessed and be safe. Thanks for being a part of this growing family. Kindly share your thought with us in the comment section below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like and share.